Yes, a real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will. A real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? But a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you in the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will.
Imagine you're a single mother. After working 2 shifts, you come home. You're exhausted. The work is taking everything from you, your time, your health, your soul. But you come home and see your kid. You're doing everything you can to put food on the table. But then your kid, after watching Hasan, comes up to you and tells you, "Yo ma, you ain't work as hard as my boy Hasan does." And then Hasan pulls up in his fucking Lamborghini and just opens the... Yeah. I might actually be losing it this time. Alright, welcome to today's yapping session, where today, streamers are saying their job is harder than you can imagine. As far as I'm concerned, it all started with the tweet I showed in the beginning. And Hasan fans have been fucking in this guy's comments defending Hasan for some reason. But yeah, this tweet got a lot of attention because people are calling Hasan an entitled prick because he's complaining about having like one of the best jobs. And now this is Hasan's reaction to the tweet.
But hey, listen, you can easily brigade this fucking piece of shit. I mean, this guy, like, the whole point is you can't really defeat this level of brain rot because, like, this dude is mentally ill, okay? He's mentally ill. But hey,
as always, incredible points by Hasan. Some other streamers have doubled down on this, like Asmongold.
Even planning on streaming today. I was like, I think I'm gonna just take the day off, but I still...
Okay, so streaming is not harder than a normal job, because you can just take a day off. Thank you, Asmongold.
I was like, man, there's a lot of retards. Like, we gotta talk about this. Millionaire streamer Hasan Piker claims that a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you in the same way that streaming will.
unless you're in fucking retail, it's very different. You're out of touch. I'm gonna die, dude. There's motherfuckers who are accountants in here, and they're misunderstanding what I'm saying. A real job does not expend your social battery in the same fucking way as someone who did a sales job, a real job, okay? I'm telling you, as someone who did both, like 9 hours of constant performance and people pleasing taps you out from social scenarios. After 9 hours of that, I could probably do fucking physical labor. It would not bother me. But I can't fucking do more social shit. That's my point.
I'm the same way.
Is this the life-saving context? Streaming for 9 hours, nobody's forcing me by the way, is so difficult. Please sign me up for the mines. Okay, Hasan. Okay.
There are obviously real jobs out there that are good comparisons. Service sector, people-pleasing jobs would be very similar. Those are like, I think, customer service type shit. But like if you're an accountant or if you're even like in sales,
What do you mean people pleasing? You don't need to please people. You already have your defined audience that just watches every single dog shit you make. Your entire job description is, on most days, is watch a show, get out while the show still plays, have some bad political takes, and then complain. Oh, my job is so hard. Wow. Manual labor, guys. This does not compare. Watching a show for 9 hours, that's where the real hard work comes in.
interactions with clients was limited, way more limited than like constantly having to do this for 9 hours.
At this point, I should be a reaction channel because there's no way not to react to this shit. What do you mean, constantly for 9 hours? Nobody's forcing you to do it for 9 hours. You're choosing to do it to get more money. I'm not saying Hasan didn't work hard to grow an audience, but right now he is in a very privileged position. Yeah, privileged, shut up. He has a grown audience that will watch any type of dog shit he makes. He doesn't really need to do that much. So him saying 9 hours of constant people pleasing. Ah, my soul. Really? Maybe you don't have to talk as much working in the coal mines, but I'm pretty sure that your soul is pretty burned away by the carbon dioxide you will breathe in.
Imagine giving a presentation for 9 hours straight. It's like, after a while, you would be like, I don't want to talk.
Or the department manager just occasionally is just like, hey, you suck, bitch! Bald ass bitch, you fell off, huh? We're gonna remember this in your performance review. You fat fuck. Stupid ass bitch.
Bit out of touch, I would say you are. I like the very hyperbolic comparison of comparing, a thought out presentation to sitting down and yapping for 9 hours. Shit, I do it for free right now. And I love it.
So people are getting mad. It's a bad take. What's it a bad take of? He says that he gets exhausted socially because he's talking to people for 9 hours a day. You really think that's not true?
Okay, no. If he said, I'm tired after streaming for 9 hours, nobody cares. But he said, my job is so hard, you don't get it, guys. This 9 hours getting paid how much? 9 billion? It's too hard.
I mean, you really think it's not true that after you spend 9 hours being investigated by thousands of people with every facial movement, everything you say, every word, with people constantly trying to disagree with you and fight with you, that's not...
I like how he's saying, people are constantly disagreeing with me, while the chat is literally fucking glazing him like, oh my god. Oh, okay, Jenkins, 1295W. These people aren't doing it for free. You're getting paid big money to do this. So like, if it's that bothersome, switch jobs. Nobody likes hearing multi-millionaires complain, because everybody on the not multi-million-dollar level knows that, wait, that vanillion you make, yeah, it helped to me. So like, be appreciative of what you got, spread positivity. Aside from me, I am the double standarding here. I am allowed to spread hate whenever I want to. So like, don't call me hypocrite, because I'm a hypocrite. I am already fucking defining that. I am the most hypocritical person you ever meet.
And he's not comparing it to every other job. Is he not really?
All this Wi-Fi bars on your forehead, but you have no connection to the real world, right? Maybe the internet is so burned into your skull that you're so chronically online that you don't realize that he really was comparing them to every other job.
I think that, like, so streaming as, like, a job is extremely socially draining. It is. That's why, like, there's a weird,
Is it a lot of pressure to be seen by thousands of people and, them watching you? Yes, it might be a lot of pressure. Let's look at objectively. You have creative freedom over what you talk about. You have a loyal fan base that watches everything you do. Sure, you have some haters, but that comes with the job. And you make a fuck ton of money. And you really don't have to put that much thought into what you're doing, right? You sit there, react to shit. Say I, sitting there and reacting to shit. But but I'm a YouTuber, I actually have to edit this. No, but I'm kidding. So it comes off really weird when you have all of these perks, and yet you still complain. Nobody would give a shit if you simply said, yeah, it's a lot of pressure being watched by thousands of people. But you comparing them and saying, whoa, this is so hard. Have some humility.
a lot of streamers are introverted, but being a streamer requires you to do a lot of things that extroverts want you to do. So, like...
Then don't be a streamer. If you don't enjoy it, don't be a streamer. Complaining about a high-end job that you can always quit is weird. If you complain about the, working minimum wage because you're forced to, because you have bills, that's fair. Fucking go off, complain. You have bills to pay, you have a shit dead-end job, you can complain, who gives a fuck? You're completely allowed to. Being able to choose between thousands of jobs, having made so much money that they're allowed to pick freely. They don't even have to work that much anymore. They don't have to stream 9 hours a day. And they're still complaining, like, oh shit, so hard.
It's quite trendy and quite frankly easy to shit on Hasan. That's the crux of it all. Well, hey, if it's so easy to shit on him, then why are you making up fake reasons to do it? If he's got so many bad takes.
Yes, you're right. It's very easy to shun Hasan because he makes bad takes. This is one of the bad takes. And okay, you know what? Great job, Internet. I love how people are actually saying, whoa, you're dumb. Oh,
yes.
follow.
Well, this is a lot of upvotes. Holy shit. It's like 40 upvotes.
Understand like how much of a like selfish rat piece of shit Hasan is. Okay.
Wow. I like Destiny.
Hasan is expecting, right? He has the expectation that these guys are gonna throw out a life raft for him when he's committing optic suicide.
Also, Jesus Christ, like the realization sometimes hits me of the fact that I'm watching XQC, watching Destiny, watching Ludwig, watching Hasan. What kind of a metaverse enter Ready Player fucking 17 is this? I am no longer getting the first controller, second controller, I am getting the crusty Cheeto controller just to play with the big boys. Okay.
When he sat there and he basically ridiculed Ethan for being upset that Hasan's entire fan base was calling him basically a fucking Nazi. With Hasan being like, well, I don't know what I can do. I'm not doing about that. I don't know. I can't do anything.
Why does everything...
I think I was wrong for saying at the beginning that streamers are bitching, because there aren't. Two bitch streamers are bitching, so nothing is unusual. But to be fair, I don't know that much about Asmongold, so I won't hate too much. But it definitely will, because he's defending the most ridiculous take. Alright, but again, moving away from this dog shit, Abba Preach made a video on this, and Asmongold responded to it, doubling down on it. So, like, I don't know how I'm supposed to, like, meta-analyze this, so I don't react to a reaction of a reaction of a reaction. So I just opened the video, I guess. Huge shout out to my favorite boys, Abba Preach, because I steal their content. No, I'm kidding. But, you know, Asmongold is reacting to them and they make great videos. Oh my lord, this motherfucker made a 1 hour yapping session.
Something difficult mentally is something difficult emotionally, right? So you have these different spectrums, and then there's also
Like, look at him, he looks like those, like, look at him, that full-on headset on. The streamer propaganda is being beamed into his head, just...
like in terms of the level of like expertise or education that you need to have, which I think goes into mentally, but it can also be its own spectrum as well, depending on what the job is.
Okay, I genuinely don't think that nobody is arguing that growing an audience is hard. It's not hard in the same way that 17 hours of manual labor working double shifts to support your family's bills is. It's not as hard as doing 4 years of med school plus like 2 of residency and like 1 of specializations to become a doctor. So you sitting there for like a couple of years, sitting on your ass and just like reacting to videos and you grow an audience, great for you. You're entertaining people. But don't bitch about it. How little like emotional knowledge do you have to not realize that other people have way harder jobs and they're getting paid way less? Humility. Word of the day. Second word of the day is lizard.
I think that any reasonable person would say that obviously being a streamer is not very taxing physically. It's clearly not. And I think for a lot of people, it's not very taxing mentally either. I think streaming is a great job, and I would rather stream than have any other job in the world. There are...
Alright, so just like that, you have proved that streaming isn't really that bad compared to other jobs. It's pretty fucking good.
Like, we're like 30. I don't want to have to treat people like 15-year-olds. I just want to talk about real shit and have honest conversations. And I'm not going to mince words or try to avoid certain topics because I know that...
Not very people-pleasing. If you don't have to avoid topics, if you don't have to choose your words carefully, if you can genuinely just insult your fan base for having differing opinions. Doesn't seem very people-pleasing to me, huh?
Like, if I'm talking about... And I think this is really what the problem is that people have with this topic, is that people are unwilling to accept that anybody that makes a lot of money is allowed to have any problems with their job.
earth, wind, fire, retardation. Nobody will. This is like the 17th time I'm gonna repeat this. Nobody will blame you for saying, my job is hard sometimes, lol. But people will blame you for saying, my job is soul crushing, it's soul shredding, I don't have a soul. Yeah, you don't have a soul. Yes, you actually know, you know what? They are right, they don't have souls. They have been like sucked out by dementors or some shit, because no way a real human will say this shit. He's ginger. Of course he doesn't have a fucking soul. Why am I arguing here?
I had fast food at 15 at McDonald's, Burger King. It wasn't hard or physically taxing, hence why all young kids do it. I don't think that's a very good argument, because I think that young kids are probably in the best shape to be able to do stuff like that, especially with having to bend over and pick stuff up all the time. I think that it would make sense that young people would do that. It's the same reason why young people are in the military. Well, you did say fast food first and kitchen jobs. There are kitchen jobs that are physically taxing, but I wouldn't say fast food kitchens are part of that. I know that whenever I worked at Sam's Club...
Alright, fuck this. Bro's yapping, so let me yap instead, because you come on my channel to hear me yap. Not some lizard human. I would say that working at McDonald's, not talking to somebody, is more soul crushing, because you don't get to talk to anybody. You sit there, flip your fucking buns, you get paid, fucking low ass wage. Man, you know, it's okay. It's okay, you know, it's work. However you make money, it's okay. Whatever way you do to make money, as long as you're not fucking scamming grandmas, it's okay. Work is work. But some workers have the privilege of complaining about their jobs. Any manual labor, any dead-end job, any job you do to support your family, any job that doesn't pay over, I don't know, fucking 2 million a year, those jobs, you can fucking go ahead, complain. You have the right. But when you have all of these creative freedoms of streaming, plus making hella bank, I don't know what the goal is, really. Because why would you complain? There are no good results from you complaining about having a hard work to your audience. Like, what do you want them to say? Oh, I'm so sorry, here's a $5,000 donation. What? Like, what do you want your watchers to do? Oh shit, oh, it's so hard, oh, let me make it easier. Leave stream. I will do that. Fuck the guy. Alright, is there any more of value I can yap about here, or do I end the video?
Bad, because I was talking about going to March's house. March had a housewarming party. None of you guys were invited because you're not cool.
I was invited and I didn't remember until yesterday.
I was there, right? And I brought Kaya and she was being the best girl, but I also felt like I was looking like an asshole to every single person because I was like pouting the whole time. I'm really fucking tired. I take one drink with
It's
March.
always the Hasan show.
Hasan just seems like a joy to be around, doesn't he?
I take one drink with, and I was like, I have to get out of here. Like I'm so
You
tired.
got hungover immediately?
Yeah, I think it's because like I'm fucking tired after 9.5 hours of streaming, right? Nobody gives a shit. There's like hundreds of thousands of fucking likes. Led me to actually delete Twitter.
What?
I deleted Twitter from my phone. Yeah. It's really important for me to have Twitter on my phone for my job. Obviously, I need to like constantly be fucking up to date on what the fuck's going on in the world. But I feel like at this point, it's just not worth it.
Did you hear that, guys? Did you hear what you did to my favorite McLaren Ferrari owning $2 million mansion owning socialist? He made him delete Twitter. Don't you feel bad for him? Everybody here, please go and donate your entire month's rent to Hasan, because he deserves it. He's putting 9 hours of streaming, 9 hours of quality watching shows and yapping. Do you not think that deserves your entire rent? Go pay him right now. Look at what my boy, he had to delete Twitter. Look at him. It's tragic.
Like being on Twitter and
hell in
being
a cell.
extremely
You realize you can say like the faults of a job without sounding like a bitch, right? Oh, by the way, if I ever bitch, I'm allowed to, because my job is actually super hard. My job is so hard, I edit videos. Jesus Christ, do you see how that makes me sound fucking insufferable? I am insufferable, don't get me wrong, but like, oh, that insufferable is crazy.
And so you're not using Twitter ever again?
no,
No, he just took it
He'll
off
use
his phone.
He'll use it on his PC.
yeah, I just
So dumb. There is nothing more to say here. I'll see you in the next one, guys.